I completely failed last year, but let's try it again. 2017 was a horrible year for me in terms of reading. Really bad. The year started out doing pretty well. I, of course, read on my commute to and from work, so I had about a 1 to 1.5 hour bus ride to get to and from work, so I had plenty of time to read. But then my job situation changed, and at the moment I am working at home, and I don't really get the time to read. I know, I tell myself, read at night before you go to bed or just before going to sleep. I mean, I really should do that, right? But I don't. So I need to focus on reading this year. The last few years, at least since about 2011, I've been using Goodreads to give myself goals for the year. One year I did really well, and other years I just did so-so. Last year was terrible. I gave myself a target of 12 books only. That wasn't much, but I didn't even hit that. So this year I am going to set my target again as 12 books. What's your target for this year? Let me know in the comments section below how many books you plan on reading this year and how you plan to achieve it. I've seen people set targets for like 20 books a month. Oh, that's a lot. That's 240 a year. And I've seen some set it for 365 books a year. I just don't understand. How do people read a whole book each day? I can't read a whole book in one day. The best I've done is 3 days for a novel. And that was because I didn't have anything to do. I was just off from university. I was on summer break just before I started working, and I didn't really have anything to do. I didn't go out. I just stayed at home and I read the book. And, well, I loved the book. That's probably why I was able to read the whole thing in 3 days. But since then, I've never been able to do that. And I guess one of the biggest issues is I read big books. A lot of the books I read are at least 500 pages, some over 1,000. I'm not a fast reader either. I like to take my time. I like to soak in all of the words. I like to be able to get myself into it. I don't like speed reading. I don't like scanning through it. I miss so much detail. It just keeps me out of the story. I just want to get into it. I want to imagine the whole thing in my mind, and I just can't do it if I'm reading a book a day. If I read one book a month, it's pretty achievable, right? I should be able to get one book read every month, even if they are big books. I've done big books in 2 weeks. That's fine. But when I don't have a set time for myself to read, like I used to with my commute, then I find myself going onto YouTube, watching videos, playing games on Facebook, just totally distracting myself. And of course, I do edit videos and post them on YouTube, but that does take away some of my reading time. Now, I will probably start commuting again next month, which will bring back some of my reading time, which is great, of course. So hopefully I will be able to hit this target and maybe even double it. I would love to get to 24 books or more. What I'm going to be reading is a combination of fantasy and science fiction, of course. That's what I usually read. And a lot of them are big books. Some of them are huge. Of course, there are series that I need to continue reading. The Wheel of Time, as well as A Song of Ice and Fire. And I have to start Mistborn and The Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. Really want to get into those books. There's so much to read and so little time. If you looked at my Goodreads to be read list, it's over 1,000 books. I doubt that I will read all of them. No way. The pace that I've been reading, I'd be lucky if I finish 300 in the rest of my life. Although I hope it's going to be more. So again, what's your target for this year? What books are you going to read? Let me know in the comments section below, and let's find out if we have some interesting books. If you like this video, then please give it a big thumbs up, and if you want to see some more discussions about books and coming soon live streams, then please subscribe down below and check out those videos. You might find something you like. See you in the next video.